we're just really going for this. It's really all we're doing. We're trying to develop an art style and working on becoming a manga artist. So we're going to be doing a lot of this. And that we have. So, those of you who are aspiring manga artists, this is good practice for you guys. Doing drawings like this. The reason why, it'll help you develop a style. Aimless copying, you won't learn nothing. But if you're copying with the purpose, as in you're looking at the panels, you thinking, why did the artist do this? You know, put yourself in the author's shoes when you look at the drawings. Look at each panel and figure out, okay, what is the artist trying to say by this certain panel? What are they trying to say with the layout of the panels on this page? What are they trying to say with the close-up? Okay, put yourself in the author's shoes, and really when you start doing this over and over again, you're going to understand the artist. And while you're doing that, you're going to develop your own style, okay? You're going to see what's easy for you to draw. You're going to see things that you like. And then obviously you're going to do this with multiple artists, because if you do it with multiple artists, you're going to develop your unique style, okay? So for example, you can start out small. You can start with the chapter for each of your favorite artists. I recommend 3. So what we're going to do Masakazu Katsura, who made Eyes, which is this book. And then we're going to do The author or the manga artist for, I want to do Death Note, either Death Note or To Love Ru, either or, and then after that, the author for Dandadan. So we're gonna go through theirs, and we're gonna draw chapters, and we're gonna mesh all their styles together to create our own unique style. Okay, I love Masura Kazuka, Mazu Kazuku. I can't even pronounce his name good. Masakazu Katsura. There we go. Masakazu Katsura. I really love how he draws women and their eyes. So that's going to be a key point that I want to do in my drawings. Okay. So that's something I'm really focusing on when I draw this. And then also, while you're drawing your favorite mangaka's art and pages, you're also going to see what you like. You're going to learn what you like to do, right? Whether it's you really love battle manga, shonen, or you just love drawing pretty girls, that's a thing, right? So you might get into making harems. So for me, drawing, I already know what I'm gonna like. I'm going to love drawing pretty girls. So now that's gonna tell me I'm going to make more slice of life or harem types of manga. But everybody's different. Just figure out what works for you. Look and pay close attention to the panels and everything, and put yourself in your favorite mangaka's shoes. And then that will help you understand why they're doing what they're doing. Like, as right here, looking at this, what it tells me is the author really wanted us to focus on this close-up on Iori's face. Okay, because of something that she witnessed. Really wanted to see her blush so you can see that she's nervous or shy. And her eyebrows right here makes it seem like she's somewhat puzzled. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. You're gonna make mistakes. It's not gonna look exactly like it, but that's okay. You're gonna do your best to make it look as close as possible to the original creator's work. And also, while you're doing this, you're gonna see what works for you. Right? Like the way people draw eyes. For example, one of your favorite artists might draw eyes a really hard way and you can't do it. So you focus on a different way to draw eyes. So after you make your several pages of manga, because you're going to replicate this. So this is really going to help you draw manga, help you understand everything. So once you truly, fully get the grasp of the author and you make several pages, I don't really like that eye. Let me just erase it a little bit. Yeah, but pretty much once you do that, then the next challenge is you drawing based off of like real things. So you look at like real pictures, and then you draw like a pose or something like that. But obviously, draw it in a style, right? And don't draw it like real life. You're gonna draw it based off manga style, and the way you draw it, that's going to depict your style. Because at that point, now you're meshing in all of your favorite mangakas. So after I'm done with my case study of my favorite mangakas, I'm gonna find something, a pose of a real life model. I'm just gonna draw it. So what you have here, you saw my base. You saw how I just started off with like kind of like a stick drawing, and then it just developed into this. So this is what we call Atari. Atari's just a fancy word of saying the way you flesh out a drawing, the way you draw. Every artist is different. That's why an artist can't teach you excuse me. An artist can't teach you Atari because there's no right way to do Atari because every artist is different. They can teach you their version of Atari, but that doesn't necessarily mean that is the best way to do it because their Atari might not work for you. So you got to figure out which Atari is best for you, and you find that out just by drawing. Like for example, my way of Atari, I had two different ways. I could draw a stick, and then I could draw shapes. I think it also another people always think about, oh well, I draw guidelines. I want to get to the point of not being able to draw guidelines. Um, so with guidelines, if you believe it or not, if you watch a lot of manga artists, a lot of them still use guidelines, right? Because it's a basic. Like always stay to the basics. Like sure you have the super talented ones. Well, all of them are talented, but the geniuses who don't draw with guidelines. Tite Kubo's one of them. If you ever watch him draw, he does not use any guidelines. He just draws, which I think is crazy amazing. But yeah, you guys will figure it out as you go. And you'll definitely see what works for you. So, as you can see, me drawing this, it looks decent. Doesn't look exactly like it, but it's close enough. Okay, where I could still be happy with this. And pretty much, once you're done drawing this and you're done, like when you're done inking and everything like that, you're gonna really critique and look to see how closely it resembles the original art. You're gonna look at it and see, okay, what went wrong? Why doesn't it look like it? And by you asking yourself those questions will help you gain knowledge and help you understand how to be better. So as you can see, if you look right here, actually these are supposed to be on the same level, which in my drawing it's not. So what I'm gonna do is just, I could erase this actually. I'm just gonna make this longer. So it should go right here. So these should pan out just a little bit longer. I think this will be fine just like that. The reason why I really love this artist, this is actually the first book I really started collecting. But there's this thing called Jump Ryu where it shows the Shonen Jump artists. It's my brother being loud. So with this Shonen Jump launched this thing called Jump Ryu, which shows artists, manga artists from Shonen Jump drawing. The one thing that stuck out with me that was very reassuring was this guy's video. In his video, you saw him trying to draw his main character Iori, and the amount of times he was erasing was insane and trying to start over, which was very reassuring because normally when you think how a lot of artists draw, it's supposed to be like perfect the first go, but that video showed you just how realistic it is being a manga artist, which is something I really liked. Well, I'll be right back. Brother's actually talking about something I want to actually know about. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, it's just really nice how his art looks. And it was reassuring. So as you can see, this is my Atari right now. So what also I could do with the Atari, you see me, I would sketch in, like for example, their arms, things like that. But right now I'm not. And another thing I see with this artist is I love the way he makes his clothes look so darn good. Super realistic. Attention to detail is crazy. So I'm gonna strive for this crazy attention to detail, but it probably won't be that good, my attention to detail. So I might have it like, it'll be like slightly, how can I put it? More like, well, Nisekoi has good detail, but more like kind of like Nisekoi or maybe like To Love Ru. You know? Well, I guess theirs is kind of, is still good. But you guys know what I mean. Like you have, for example, the person that made Sunken Rock, I believe that's what it's called, or the dude that made Dr. Stone. Like his art is super realistic, uber realistic. And something like that's very hard to achieve. So go right there. So I would gear mine, yeah, like I said, more towards like the To Love Ru. So right here, I think let's just go. I think that's good. And also, I used to think it was bad using references until I saw manga artists like actually drawing, and the sheer amount of references they use is insane. Not just, it's just all reassuring. Just seeing things like that. Because now I know, okay, it's good to use references because the manga artists are using it. that. And also, while looking at this, I think it's really cool how he uses screen tone for clothes, which is something I might try to implement. So you should see how I just caught on to that, like how he uses screen tone for clothes to designate color. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear my brother. He's so loud right now. And then, okay, looks like she who draw her bra right now. Actually, looks like her bra's a little bit lower, so we'll just do that. Which I think this just should go right here. If that's the case, that there, and then do that there. And the way he does his wrinkles is amazing too. And so you really just gotta catch little things. There we go. So we got that. So now we'll just draw the shoulder. So you can see the shoulder right here is relatively, that's relatively the same. So we'll just do that there. And then you see how it bulges out a little bit from the panel. Then it goes back in. So I really don't like that shoulder. So we'll definitely get that taken care of. Just get that taken care of right now. Also, drawing like this helps you get a grasp on different poses and things like that. So looking at this, we have that there, that there. I'm not really happy with this, mainly because if you look at the shoulders is where it's typically where the thigh should go. So with that being said, I am going to have to widen these out just because these shoulders are wide. So this should really get to right here. There we go. And you'll pick up on things like this. And he has a cool way of doing eyebrows. He just makes it look like little caterpillars. Then after that, we could do our little speech bubble. The speech bubble just goes like that. Do not ignore that part. This is like one of the important things is for you to write out where speech bubbles are going, like do the speech bubbles and the words like this, because that's going to help you whenever you start making your own. And there you have it. We have a decent looking Itsuki. We're good there. So that's pretty much that's it for that. Put this aside. Let's bring this out just a little bit more. And then let's get this out the way. Alright, I do want to learn this game now. Anime Mayhem. Very old game. So we're just going to go through this. So introduction for Anime Mayhem. Gosh, I hate how they do the booklets like this. Let's see if y'all can actually see this good. Y'all can actually see. Okay. Alright. Introduction. If you're familiar with Japanese animation, you know you're in for a treat. If not, you are about to be introduced in a great way to a stunning art form. The Anime Mayhem card game was created and produced with love for anime, so called in Japan by its fans. And we made the things that drew us to anime part of Anime Mayhem. Manic hunts through Scrambled Worlds will give you a taste of anime's magic and incredible variety. Combine widely disparate elements from different anime series or explore their unique worlds individually. Each new game will plunge you in unique and unexpected depths of any verse of your own creation. Man, that font was very bad. Basic rules. There are 6 kinds of cards: combat, character, items, power, disaster, and location. There's no limit to the size of your deck. Oh, by the way, we are playing with the starter deck. So there's no limit to the size of your deck, with the exception that no more than 1 of any character card and 3 of any other card may be used per deck. If there is any conflict between what is written on a card and what is printed in these rules, the card wins. The only exception is the rule about disasters taking items off the board. Lights, camera. 1. Shuffle your combat cards and set them face down in a pile. Alright, so our combat cards are these red cards. So we are going to shuffle these bad boys up. And just set them here, I guess. Choose up to 6 characters. Any other characters you want, you must include in your draw pile. Okay? So here are our characters. So I did get these in some boosters where we had characters that's transformed. So we will leave the transform ones out for the time being. We'll do this one. So this gets set aside, this gets set aside. These are in. Alright, so we have our character cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we'll just put them here. I don't know. Is that bad? Is that better? Actually, no. I don't think there's a way right there. I think we'll be good. Alright, Alright, so when we got our 6 character cards, next we're going to shuffle your power cards to start your draw pile. Use as many as you want. Draw 7 cards. Now start your hand. Okay, so this is our draw pile. So we'll just shuffle these. And we'll draw 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. I think the disasters are still in here. Yeah, okay. We messed that up. Alright. Let's get these cards over there. So we'll shuffle these. And then draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we got our 7 cards. And then after that, we choose 7 items, set them face down in a row in front of you. So here are item cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to shuffle these up. Alright, we're going to deal them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, put them over here a little bit better. Okay, so we got our 7. And then after that, now the fun part is what it says. Disasters. You must have as many disasters as the total number of the rest of cards in your draw pile, which is 12. And 1/3 of the disaster must be major disasters, which is signified with the D with the exclamation mark. So this is a major disaster. As you can see, exclamation mark with the D. Okay, so after that, shuffle and deal 2 disasters face down over each item. Shuffle your remaining disaster into your draw pile. Okay? So that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Because we have 12. Because they didn't specify what's the minimum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it should be 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Okay. So it needs to be 2. So we got to put 2 over there anyway. So that's 2. So go here. And then here, and then another disaster there. Okay, so we got all our disasters. So if that's the case, we really need to put more in this deck then, right? So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we got 14 disasters. So none are going to get shuffled in here because we don't have any more. Okay. So after that, no, Anti-Mayhem is the first collectible card game designed for solitaire play. Since Your real enemy is the disasters. The basic object of the game, as in any scavenger hunt, is to collect a majority of the items, i.e., 4 out of 7, before the disasters destroy them or you. 6. Lay one location face up over each item/disaster pile. Remember, you'll need characters with specific skills to scavenge each location. You can play with any number of locations, but we found 7 per player works best. We suggest using only 5 for a game with more than 4 players to speed action. Okay. So now we'll go to our location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I already have these sorted out, so we'll just mix this up. So we'll just put them here. And guys, if I do make any goose in this game, please let me know, because I read all the rules. The rules seemed a little weird, and I don't know if I'm playing it out right. So, for you diehard fans of Andy Mayhem that know the rules, please let me know any type of misplays that do happen. Because there will be misplays. I might do something actually wrong that I'm not supposed to do, and I won't even know it. Alright, so we got that taken care of. And so, this right here just shows us how it should be laid out. One player game. We have it laid out for that. Note, the straight line layout is only the simplest of many possible suggestions. Okay, we don't really need to read that. Action. Each turn is divided into the following. Equip. Each turn you may play 1 enhancement, 1 equipment, 1 global, and any characters in your hand. You may only have 6 of your characters in play at any one time. Globals are played outside of the field and affect all characters. To play an enhancement or equipment, you must move the character off the field from one of your locations. First, see movement. Some equipment cards will allow you to equip at any location. Parlay. In Parlay, players may negotiate alliances against disasters, agree upon non-conflicting movement, etc. Okay? A character may also call Parlay with any other character able to move in one turn to the location it's on. If the target accepts, each character makes a demand to which the other must agree. If the target refuses, the Parlayer can wage a charm battle. Okay, I don't know if we're really going to do this. Charm battle. In a Parlay, charm, be it sex appeal, charisma, or just pure cuteness, rules and seemingly weak characters can be deadly. If the charm, including power and item cards of the attacker, is higher than that of the majority of characters in the target's party, charms compared individually, the target must obey. If the combat is ordered, charm characters will fight until they take damage equal to twice the difference between their own charm and that of their charmer. The outcome of all parlays is private until all are finished, at which point everyone declares their movement. Okay, so I think we're going to skip parlays. I don't think that's really big to try to do charm battles. But other than that, movement. Move characters individually or in parties up to 4. Any direction. Okay, so they move any direction along the field. Parties are limited to the movement of their slowest character. And if you didn't look at the sample layouts, solo games bring characters into play anywhere on the field. Okay, so we could actually go into play anywhere. 2 players bring characters into the field of play either side, so we don't have to worry about that part because we're not playing with 2 or 3 players. So 1 player, we could start anywhere. Okay. Tokens. Though it's not necessary, you may find as many modifications are attached to your characters, it's easier to use tokens. Each player should use a different color or type of token. Hey man, you can take a paper clip. I want to the jolt cap and a different token for each character or party. Move tokens from location to location instead of cards. Okay, so the starter deck actually came with little cutouts. So they came with little cutouts. I did not know what they were for until I read that part. So here are our cutouts. So our cutouts are going to be placed over there instead of our cards. These cards, because they're going to be everywhere. I think that's ours. Okay. Bonus. We have included in each base game a check card. Oh, yep. Okay. That's it. You may only leave the field. You may only leave the field from one of your own locations. Leaving the field costs 1 movement. You can spend 1 movement to re-enter the field, but only at the same location from which you left. Okay, so leaving the field costs a movement. Got it. And then we can spend a movement to re-enter. And apparently for equipment, we have to be able to be outside of a location. Okay. Yep. So to play an equipment or enhancement. So that's not global or the other card that they say. Okay. So only equipment enhancements have to be played off the field. Scavenge. So this is the next part. So after movement is the scavenge. Characters and locations have skills listed in the text boxes below their pictures. A character or party of characters up to 4 possessing the skills listed on the location may scavenge it. Players should take turns scavenging. To begin, turn over the top disaster cards beneath the location. Deal with it. If your characters get past it, you may continue scavenging even if your main character doesn't possess the skills necessary to attempt the location. You may also stop the attempt, but you will need all the necessary skills to resume the scavenging the location, even if you remain there. Some disasters are non-combative, others are very combative indeed, which thus requires combat, which is the next thing we talk about. So we're going to go over that again. So we got, if we had the keyword, we could scavenge. If we have more people in a party in the same location, then when we scavenge and defeat a disaster, we can continue scavenging even though the character that's scavenging doesn't have that requirement. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so we have royalty right here. Here's a royalty here. So let's say these 3 go to this location and they scavenge because she has royalty. If we defeat the disaster, then Washu could scavenge, and then Rio can scavenge as well because of her. Combat. Attack and defense are simultaneous for combatants. Okay, so they're both done at the same time. That's nice to know. Character disasters or character. Disasters automatically strike characters with items first. Okay? If no or multiple characters have items, disasters attack the weakest character lowest defense, then the lowest attack to determine. Okay. Okay. So they attack the person with the item first. If there's no items, then it goes. Then they see who's the weakest person. So lowest defense gets attacked, and then if there's a tie for lowest, then the lowest attacks determined. At that point, between I believe between the two. So if they're still tied, what it looks like, because it says otherwise selection is random. Use a die, flip a coin, rock paper scissors, whatever works for you. Okay, so if it's same deep, if the person has, if there's a tie between the weakest defense and the weakest attack, then it's just random. In the character combat, each player picks one combat card and plays it on one of their characters' victorious characters. Can retrieve and use defeated characters' items and equipment. They must do so, however, before leaving the location, or the cards fall under the location must be subsequently be scavenged. Okay, so does that mean when it says to use a, and guys help me out here, whenever you find out, whenever you either watch this on the stream or on YouTube on a later video, please let me know, because it says each player picks one combat card and plays it. Does that mean we go through the combat deck, or we just do top card and reveal it? Because it's not specified. They don't specify here. Take the top card. It just says pick one combat card, and each player picks one combat card and plays it. So that's interesting. So I need a ruling on that. Now it gives us combat math. Attackers total damage minus defender's total defense equals the defender's health, or damage to defender's health for that attack. Totals include all bonuses. That's so weird. Health starts each combat equal to basic defense, no bonuses. Okay. So our defense, where's our defense? Is this our defense? Yeah, I do believe that's our defense. So what they're saying is defense, our health is 4, which is equal to our defense. If a disaster takes cumulative damage equal to its health, it is defeated and discarded. If a character takes cumulative damage equal to its health, it is bonked. If a character takes cumulative damage equal to its health times 2, it is killed. At the end of the combat, all health is restored to full for any disasters and or characters left in play. I need a ruling on that as well for end of combat. Does end of combat, let's say there's multiple people, does end of combat happen, for example, if this one fights the disaster and the combat's over and this one tries to fight it, does it start a new combat and everything's restored, or what? So, and that's why these rules are so horrible. It doesn't make sense. This is really weird. And I'm probably like looking deep into it, but, and I showed my other two friends who, mind you, we play card games for a living. Well, not for a living, but we play for a very long time. And all three of us were stuck on these rules because we don't understand it. It's just weird. But, okay, so the disaster takes cumulative damage equal to its health, it's defeated. So if its health's 5, if it takes 5 damage, it dies. But if we take cumulative damage equal to our health, we're bonked. But if we do times 2, then we're killed. So right here, if we take 4 damage, this one's bonked. If it takes 8 damage, it's killed. In a character disaster combat, pick one combat card for any one character. See, that's what it says. It says pick any. Well, no, it doesn't say any. It says in a character's disaster combat, pick one card of any one character. So it's telling us to pick a card. It doesn't say flip the top card up. So by these rules, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully there's an FAQ or they did better by the later sets and they explained it better. But based off of this, pick one combat card for any one character. That's pretty much will tell me I can just go through the deck and pick whatever card I want to pick. That's just how I'm reading it, guys. And let me know. So after that, so any one character, another of your own combats for disasters. Oh, okay. So the disaster, when it fights, it gets a combat card as well. Got it. So I wonder, okay, so, and this doesn't make sense because if we could, in theory, pick our card, we're going to pick bad cards for the disasters and then good cards for us. So I don't know if it's random or not. We're just based on the rules, I'm not going to do it as random flip top card. I'm going to go through the deck and pick one because it does not specify in these rules, because it literally says pick a card. Pick one combat card. Alright, so after that, defeated disasters automatically drop items they are carrying under the location. The items must subsequently be scavenged. Victorious disasters take all items from defeated opponents but drop equipment under the location. Some disasters have charm. Any character whose charm is less than the disaster cannot attack it or defend for 1 round. If the disaster charm is higher than all of the characters in the party, none of the characters will be able to attack it until the disaster does damage equal to the difference between the charm and that of the party's most charming character. These rules are so horrible. It's so much. There's so much going on. Man. Up to 3 characters can attack a minor disaster. Okay. Up to 4 characters can attack a major disaster. Or other characters. Characters must defend against attacks individually. No combining defense scores. Combat continues until either the disaster is defeated, all characters are bonked or killed, or the characters run away. So, if it continues, who does it attack next? Is it constantly going to be attacking the weakest character if there's multiple people there? Or does it go from like, okay, it goes for this weak character and it goes for the second weak character and then so forth and so forth? So that's another question I want answered. So based off it not telling us, we're going to go back to just combat rules. And it says the disaster is going to attack the person with the item. But if there's no person with the item, it's going to attack the weakest character. So we're going to go just based off that rules whenever combat's continuing. But if it attacks the weakest character, it seems like we could still attack with a different character. So let's say if this was the weakest and these two are in a party, the disaster's going to be attacking her, but she doesn't necessarily have to attack the disaster. This person can attack the disaster. Just based off what I'm reading from this. So, okay, we got the combat continues until either the disaster is defeated or all characters are bonked, run away, or killed. If characters run away, their opponent gets a final unanswered attack. After all, they are turning tail. Running characters must leave a location their next turn and cannot perform any action other than reload and hope to avoid another disaster. Of course, their opponent can move that next turn too. Some will chase you. Disasters don't run. Okay, so if we're getting attacked, we could choose to run away. They get a final attack, the disaster does, and then we have to leave the location. So I wonder if we run away with the team, does the whole team have to leave, or can a couple people leave and one person stay down? So that's another FAQ or a question I need answered because I have no idea. But I would assume running characters must leave a location their next turn and cannot perform. So to me, that states that it's up to you who you decide to want run away if they're in a team. Players should keep players should keep used combat cards separate from their discard pile. When all combat cards have been used, reshuffle them and start again. A bonk character has taken enough damage to be removed from combat, but not enough to be killed. When a character takes all its health and damage in one combat, it is removed from play for one turn. In the reload phase, oh, so it's one turn. All right, so it has to be one combat, I think. So pretty much, in order for this to be bonked, it has to be dealt 4 damage in one turn? Or is it based off of 4 damage? Like, can it be ping damage? Like, one combat, let's say it deals 1 damage, another combat does another damage, so forth, so forth. But if it does that, how would they be able to kill it though with that? The reload phase of your next turn, you may replace a character in your draw or in your hand as if you drawn it from the draw pile. A kill character must be discarded. Some cards will allow you to remove cards from the discard pile. And anime, kill doesn't necessarily mean dead. Okay, so it goes back to hand, and then we could play it again during the reload phase. So reload, players take turns drawing cards from their draw pile, each drawing 1 new card per turn until all players have 7 again. If any player draws a disaster, reloading stops immediately and players proceed to the maintenance phase. Maintenance. Disasters already on the field move the number of locations equal to their movement. Disasters always move clockwise. Drawn disasters enter at the far left of your field. Disasters without movement affect the closest group of characters, again based on clockwise movement. Minor disasters with movement scores move the number of cards equal to their movement each turn until they complete 1 circuit on the field, and then they are discarded. Major disasters with movement continue circling the field, picking up 1 item at every location they land on until defeated. Minor disasters with attack and defense pick up the first item they encounter and attempt to leave the board with it. Once the disaster completes its preset circuit of the field, the item is lost and cannot be retrieved by any card or action. There is no exceptions to this rule, no matter what is stated on any card. Any disaster with the text box moves once will move to a location and sit there until the players can get rid of it. If a moving combat encounters a character with items, it will attack immediately. If the characters have no items, They may engage in combat or let the disaster pass. The disaster passes, it keeps any items it has. Characters cannot avoid non-combative disasters such as forceful impact. Disasters are not affected by planetary or dimensional symbols. They just plow right through those locations. If combat is required, so be it. Start again, and whatever life brings you, try not to step in it. Okay, that was a lot. So let's go over the cards. So 6 types of cards: location, characters, items, power, disasters, and combat. So we have our location cards. That's where everything's at. Then we got our character cards, which are these. Disasters are the orange people. So power cards. There are 4 types of power cards. Equipment, which is the orange wrench. So this is equipment. So this can only be played whenever we're off the field. Play and equip phase only. Affects one character. Equipment can be transferred from one character to another. It's not automatically discarded when the character is boinked or killed. See combat. If equipment has a plus ability level, it adds that amount to the character's own ability. If there's no plus, the equipment ability level replaces the character's. If a character has multiple pieces of equipment, only the one with the highest bonus can be used. Enhancements is the blue chevron insignia. I assume this one right here. Play at equip phase only, affects one character. Enhancements cannot be transferred. Okay, so equipment can be transferred, but enhancements cannot be. Cannot be transferred from one character to another. They are discarded when a character is bonked or killed. Globals, blue sunburst insignia. Oh, this looks like a sunburst, so this is probably a global. Play at your equipment phase only. Affects all your characters. If no duration is stated on the card, it stays in play, removed, or end of game. Flash effects, which is lightning bolt. Play at any time. Discard immediately. Alright. I wish they actually showed the symbol. We got optional rules. Alright, we're going to kind of keep this here, because that's a lot going on. So we're at the equipment phase. So we could play these on characters. Dimensional hammer, equip a flash effect as flash effect. +2 attack. 3 uses, can't be stolen or destroyed. So +2 attack. I think do we give it to our weaker characters? Yeah, probably our weakest character. Makoto is really weak. We'll just put it on this one. So this one gets +2 attack. So we played our equipment, so we can't play another equipment. This looks like a global. So globals, I believe, are played. Gosh. Yeah, this is a global. Because it says all characters get +1 attack and +1 defense for each combat training and play up to 3. So this global is going to go here. So +1 attack and then +1 defense. All right, after that, so we played a global, we played that, and do we want to move? I don't think we move. I think we just do nothing. So if we do nothing, then we draw back to hand size, which is 7, correct? So we got the movement right there. Got scavenge, combat, bonk, maintenance, disasters already moved the location. Minor disasters did that, disasters did that. Okay, little players take turns drawing cards from their draw pile. Each draw 1 new card per turn until all players have 7 again. All right, so we're not going to move. We're going to stay there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll draw 2, 6, 7. Okay, so this must be the blue chevron. That has to be the blue chevron. Yeah, I believe that's the blue chevron. So this one gets +2 charm to 1 character. Don't know if that really matters. But sure, let's put it on here. So this one's +2 charm. Then we have equipment. Pris's hard suit. +1 to movement, defense, and attack. But Pris's bonus then will be +2. So we're going to do that here. So this guy has his suit. And now he's +1. So he's a 2, 3, 3. After that, sure, why not? So we go into the equipment phase, right? So we equipped, and now movement. So where do I want to go? Streetwise. So this is royalty. Royally. And makes sense for us just to stick together, right? Like this, maybe? And then 2 females and seduction. Actually, let's do this. 2 females and seduction. So that's a female. This doesn't have a sex. Let's bring this one here. And this guy could fight, so we'll put this here. Alright, so we did that. So next is scavenge, right? So we move there. And then we're going to scavenge. Alright, so we'll start right here first. So we had 2 females. And then we do have the seduction trait. So we flip this top one up. And it says discard all disguises. I don't have a disguise, it looks like. Yeah. No, I don't have no disguise. I think it'll state disguise, right? So this, in theory, just does nothing. I mean, I'll take that. Alright, so I believe we could still keep scavenging, even though that we didn't defeat it, but still it wasn't one that was defeatable. So I believe we can still scavenge. So we'll scavenge again. And so we got BV-12B Cyberdroids. It's a 5/5 movement 3 rampage. 3 turns attacking anything it meets 1 round, then fleeing on the 4th movement. If it destroys itself, items, and equipment at a location. Alright, so he's going to attack. So we have, who are the 3 people we have? We have these 3 in the party. So lowest defense. So 3, 3, 7. So these 2 tied. Then they go to weakest attack. 3, 2. So this is the weakest. But we do have the +1 attack. Alright, so this is attacking this. And I'm just going to have this fight this. Alright, so we're gonna, I would assume we look, because it did not tell us else. Okay. So we're going to 1 stomp. This is going to stomp. And then we're going to have, is there a -2 defense? Yep. So -2 defense. Okay. So -2 defense. This is attacking. So this is a 9. Well, actually 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's actually a 10. Actually, do we want to do that? Because a 10 will just kill that outright. Yeah, so we're just going to lower the attack. I think that's the best thing to do. So we're going to give this -2 attack. So it's dealing a little bit less damage. Alright, so who did you say this was attacking? Oh, it's attacking her. Alright, so -2, so that's a 3. So it's a 3 attack. This is a 3, 4 defense. So 4 defense is 3 attack. Bam, it does nothing. This is a 10 attack, dealing to 5 defense. So that's going to be dealing 5 damage. Because you have the shield, I believe. And then after that, it goes through it, right? Is that how damage is? I believe that's how damage is counted. Attacker's total damage minus defender's total defense equals damage to the defendant's health for that attack. Okay. So that'll be 10 minus 5 equals 5. So that's 5 damage that's going to that attack. So this will kill. So this dies. This dies, nothing happens to that. And then I guess these just go in discard pile. Like I said, I could be playing this really, really wrong. I have no idea. Alright, so we defeated that. And now we're moving. We're still scavenging. Alright, so we got this. The pre-skill. So pre-skill or +1 to an existing skill. Item is cleansing supplies. I think we go and put this. Who do we want to put this on? Because that's going to make them vulnerable for attacks. I think we go for the ship. Because the ship is very strong. So from now on, if anybody's with this ship person, the disaster is going to be attacking the ship first. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Now we're going to scavenge this. We can scavenge this because it's royally or streetwise. We have that trait right here. And we have a streetwise right here as well. So we got a double whammy. We're good. Alright, so we're going to reveal this. Defend against multiple attacks as if attacks were made individually. Okay. Alright, so disasters appeared. It is going to attack. Who's the attack? Who has the... So we have a 4 defense. We have a 3 defense. And then, so 4, 3, and 3. Actually, no, 4. This is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So it's attacking her. Now I gotta see, who do I want to attack? So this is 4. This is 4. Doesn't really matter. Sure, we'll have her attack the disaster. So that's -2, so it makes it 4, 0. So we're going to give this -2 defense and then give her a +2 attack. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my first use of this. Because it has 3 uses. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7. That's -2 for this, which puts it at 4. So 4 minus... We need dice. That's what we really need. So we could be able to remember... I'm trying to see if I have dice anywhere. Alright, I don't feel like going to get the dice, so we'll just have to remember. We have to do the best that we can to remember. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7 minus that, so that's 3. Okay, so this has 3 damage left. And then she attacks this, which is 1, 2. So 3 damage left for that. 1, 2, 3. So after that, so 3. Oh, okay. So our health's 2, but our defense is 1, 2, is 3. Oh man, hold on. So 6 minus 3 is 3. This gets subtracted by 3, which bonks us. So bonking, because now this is 0. So if it's bonk, what happens? A bonk character has taken enough damage to be removed from combat, but not enough to be killed. When the character takes all its health damage in one combat, it is removed from play and for 1 turn. So if it's removed from play, does that mean we lose this? I don't think so. So this gets removed from play. It is bonked. So we're just going to put that there. So this is bonk. This goes here. This goes here. So she is bonked. And then we keep going, because they say we keep combat going until... Oh, I forgot I have cards in hand. I have lightning bolt. Oh, we had the fire shield, which gives us +2 defense, but it costs 3 energy, so we couldn't do that. For an entire amount of character's energy, minimum 3, get +4 to 1 attack. Oh, that would have been good. But it's minimum 3 energy. Okay. It's good to know. Alright, so now, so we have minimum 3, so she could use that. We should have attacked. We should have looked. That's why we look at and read our cards, guys. That's why reading's a really big thing in card games. We could have killed this if we would attack with this instead. Alright, so next, we compare these. So 4, so this is going to be gaining attack next. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. All right. So we're going to go this. Do we want to do that? Actually, let's just do this. This and this. So +2. All right, so this is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. So it's going to be trying to hit us for 6. So we're good. That doesn't hurt us. And then we don't hurt it because our attack's pretty weak. Remember, this has 3 left until it dies. Alright, next one. So we only have 1 in hand. So we're going to put this here. And then this gets shuffled back. And then after that, and let me know if I'm doing this right. Because like I said, I'm looking through it because it didn't specify the top card of your deck. Reveal it to use it. So that's why we're doing this. Oh, wait. Alright, I think so. Alright, so we're giving that over there. And then we're going to... I should be good with just a... So this is 4, 5. Just need a +3. Which we have it. So we have 4, 5. So this will deal 1 damage to us. So this will die because we killed it. And then we keep going. Discard nearest non-flying vehicle. We don't have any non-flying vehicles. And then we could still search. So we're going to get this. Soft bath towel. Enter any location with a hot spring, hot tub, or bathing area without required skill. Do we have a hot tub here? There's a hot tub location. So let's actually put that on this guy so we can just enter it. Alright, so we killed these disasters. These are here. That's there. So once that's done, seems like we finished up combat. What do we do next? So we are at the reload. Players take turns. Okay, so I think this comes back next turn because a bonk character has taken enough damage to be removed from combat, but not enough to be killed. When the character takes all its health and damage in one combat, it is removed from play for 1 turn. In the reload phase of your next turn, you may replace the character in your hand as if you had drawn it in your draw phase. All right. So we don't get that until next reload. It goes back to hand. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we draw a disaster. So that immediately stops if we drew a disaster. And then it gets placed at right here. Attacks nearest character. They are exhausted and unable to do anything for 2 turns. Oh, wow. So, baby attacks nearest character, which it'll be over here. So, attack nearest character, so between this, and this, who's the weakest character? It's going to be a tie between these two. So they're gonna flip. So heads is Washu, tails it's Princess. Tails it's Princess. So Princess gets attacked. And just, they're exhausted, can't do anything for 2 turns. So we'll just symbolize that for this. Alright, that's unfortunate. So, once that happens, now we go back to what we've been doing. So 3 females or a peeping. That's unfortunate. Well, he can go to the hot springs. I think we all just band together at this point. She can't do nothing. So we go here. So 3 females are peeping hot tub location. He could do hot tub location. He could scavenge because of enter any location with a hot tub or spring or bathing without required skills. Alright, so let's get this party started. So we're going to reveal this one. Destroy nearest flying vehicle. We don't have any flying vehicles. And then we can keep going. So we have 2. We need 2 more. Characters or group must have a defense of greater than 10 to defeat. Add +2 to each martial arts skill. Okay. So we need a combined total of 10 defense. To defeat. So we're at defense. Who's all in here? So defense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, no, we definitely got that. And then +2 to all skills. So they're going to attack. They're attacking. Should still have that. Yep. They're attacking. Looks like between these 2. Yeah, because this is 3. This is still 3. Yep. So heads, tails. It's heads, so it's attacking the boy. And then let's have, so this is 6. We'll have her attack though. So we're going to do -2 defense. Then we're going to do +2 attack. So that's 4, 5, 6. It's 7 attack. And then we're going to play this to drain our all of our energy, do +4. So 4, 5, 6, that's 10, 11. I think this is way dead. Yeah, no, that's way dead. Put discard pile there. Yeah, this got obliterated. But this still did 4, 5, 6. So 6 damage. 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's, oh wow, hold on. That's 6 damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 actual damage is going to be going on. This is bonked. So he is bonked. But even though he's bonked, we did beat that character, so we could still scavenge, even though we don't have the required skill anymore, because we defeated that one, that disaster. So we get this. Oh, wait, no, he's not. He doesn't get attacked. He's still alive. Why is he still alive, you're asking? Because he has an item. So it's going to attack him. That was actually smart. Okay. So we'll put this here. He's going to be holding on to that. Alright, so we have that. Now, I guess we make our way there. So we go to reload. This will be back right now. This goes to our hand. I wonder, does this go back to hand? I think this might go back to hand too. Any items. And then after that, let's go ahead and draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw 1. That's 7. We got a water spear. Costs 2 energy. Plus 2 to an attack. So she still can't do nothing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play her. Going to equip this. And then let's just move her there. It doesn't matter. After that, we go to movement. So they can only move 1 because they're moving in groups. And she's very slow. She can't do nothing. And then that's all we could do. We'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We drew these 2. And then this is going to go back. And we have just a whole bunch. We got the chevron. Makes any one character drunk. States -2. Okay, why do we even have this card in deck? I have no reason why we have that. Alright, now we're gonna... Oh, by the way, he's here. Because he wasn't bonked. So now we're gonna go here with everyone. And remember, regular disasters 3 people could attack it. Major disasters only 4. Alright, so we got this. So we have 1, 2, 3. Let's reveal the first disaster. Oh, by the way, and the reason why we could do this because it needs two priests or females and survival. We don't have any survival, but we have this item which allows us to bypass it because that is a hot tub or yeah, it's a hot tub, so we could get into it without required skills. Play off the field. So this is played off the field. Tokimi prevents any type of dimension travel. Washu is unaffected. Stays in play for 6 turns. Okay, so they can't do dimension travel, and that's for 6 turns. Okay, after that we could keep scavenging. So this right here, play off the field. All bug run +2 attack, defense, and movement. All other disasters +1. Duration 3 turns. Okay. So we have these two which do nothing. And then we could still scavenge. And then we get this. We'll put it on her. And then after that, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 items, so we win the game because we have more than half. I hope that's how I played it. I hope I played it right. These rules are very, very, very bad. So, guys, let me know if I actually did that right, because I have no idea. But other than that, it's getting pretty late. I'm going to call it night. I do appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you guys later.